Today I'm discussing problem number 5 from the Chapter 9 problem set. So John's grandparents want to give him some money when he graduates high school, and they've offered him 3 choices. What's required here is he wants to have money for a new car when he graduates college in 4 years. We're going to assume an interest rate of 8% and see which option he should choose. So we're going to start with A. He receives $15,000 immediately and assume the interest is compounded annually. So what that is that's just simple interest, and I've broken it up into the types here in this column. So you'll have single amount. Your principal will be $15,000 as shown here. Your N, which would be the number of periods computing, would be 4, because that's for 4 years, and I is your interest rate of 8%. So shown here is the formula for single amount. So what I did is I found the future value of $1, and that was using this equation. So it'd be 1 plus 0.08, the interest rate, to the 4th power, which would be your N. And once I had that, all I had to do was multiply the principal by the future value of $1, so 15,000 times 1.36, and then you got his future value at the end of those 4 years, which would be $20,407.33. So that's how you do it for a single amount or simple interest. The second one, he receives $22.50 at the end of each 6 months for 4 years, and he'll receive the first check in 6 months. So that's going to be an annuity. So that uses this equation here. So your cash flow is $22.50. Your number of periods is 8 because he receives it every 6 months, which is half a year or twice in a year for 4 years. That'll be 8 periods. And his interest rate is 4% because he's receiving it every 6 months. That'll be half of the annual rate. So you will then utilize this equation here in order to get your future value of $1. So that would simply be 1 times 1 plus your interest rate, which is 0.04, to the n power, which would be 8, minus 1, over your interest rate again, 0.04. So you can see I did that here, and that'll give you 9.214. And once again, I multiplied the future value of $1 by the principal or the cash flow, and my final answer was $20,732.01. So the third one's an annuity as well. He receives $42.50 at the end of each year for 4 years. Assume the interest is compounded annually. So once again, the cash flow per period is $4,350. The N would be 4 here because it's simply 4 years and your interest rate is 8%. So utilizing the same equation for the annuities as before, it would be C would be 1 times 1 plus 0.08, your interest rate, to the 4th power, your N, minus 1 over 0.08, and that would leave you with 4.506 for the future value of $1. Once again, multiply the future value of $1 by the cash flow per period, and you'll end up with $19,601.59. So the goal of this problem is to figure out which one is the best option for John. Based off of these numbers, the best option for John will be option B. Receive $22.50 at the end of each 6 months for 4 years, receive the first check in 6 months. This will leave him with $20,732.01 in order to buy a new car when he graduates from college in 4 years. Thank you.